Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine, the show where we talk about all things gaming. My name is Killjoy, and today we're going to be doing a review on this bad boy. This is the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller, and I have to say, this might be one of Nintendo's best controllers ever made. Now, I don't actually have a comparison to much of this, actually. I take it back. I do indeed. This is an 8-bit Do controller. Up here, if I can grab that. So a little bit of a size comparison. Fairly similar size, but I will say that this controller is slightly smaller than the regular Switch, or the Switch 1 Pro controller. Now, problem with it being in black is it's quite hard to show up on the screen here, but we'll make do with what we got. So what makes this controller as good as it has been? So I've been using this. I used the Joy-Con quite a lot to start with, and this turned up a few days later for my Switch 2. And you can see there's a different colour on the top there, like sort of grey plastic. But the first thing that you notice about this controller, and I can't show this off to you, you have to hold it yourself, is the premium plastic on this thing. The finish on it is like completely matte. It's very smooth. Feels really nice. Right, so it is a little bit smaller than the regular Switch 1 one, but it does fit quite nicely in the hand. As you can see, no issues there. So let's talk about the controller itself. Why do I think it is so good? Obviously, the most important thing about a controller is how comfortable it is to hold and how good are the buttons. In terms of holdability, this feels very comfortable. There is no, because of the new buttons here that it might be hard to see, there's a GL and a GR. There's no like grippy plastic. It's completely smooth. So if you're going to get very sweaty hands, there is a chance that it might come out of that. But in terms of the hold, feels good. Feels like a nice size. Like I said, a little bit smaller. The sticks on this thing are really what makes this as good as it is. Now, a regular stick, let's see if you can hear it on this one. A lot of like clickiness, right? Clickety click, click, click. This stick does make a noise, but it's a lot less quiet. You might not even be able to hear that. It's quiet in comparison. The best thing is that with a stick on like a different controller like this, they're good and they bounce back, but the movement on these sticks, like, they just feel, there's like a little bit of like push against. There's like a little bit of push when you're moving it. That just makes it feel a little heavy, but they move really nicely. They click in really nicely. They're quiet when you click them in. They are some of the best sticks I've used on a controller personally. I think these are phenomenal. But really nice. This is one of the best things about these sticks. Mwah. The D-pad is actually pretty good. I was worried when I saw it that the D-pad might be not good, but the D-pad feels good. It's like, it moves nicely. It like clicks left to right. It's clicky, but it's really good. It's hard to see. The home button, I can try and get that in. The home button there and the capture button are very flat to controller, as is the C button at the bottom there. And then you have plus and your minus are raised. So you might be able to see that those buttons are raised, similar to the face buttons. Face buttons themselves feel very good. They don't go in loads, but they do have a press to them and you can feel them, so that's good. This controller also have your ZL and ZR. They're very similar to your Switch 1 Pro controller, as are L and R. All very good. No issues there. The other additives to this are that there is a headphone jack in the bottom. I have not tried this. I've heard people say this is very good. I've not tried it. It's not something I ever really play with headphones on. And then the GL and GR on the back here. They do push in quite nicely compared to other paddles. They actually have a bit of sink, but they sit perfectly where your fingers are on the back of it. But the other thing as well, which I will try and show off, is the motion controls in this and the rumble. Oh my god, do they feel good. The rumble especially feels really nice playing various different games, playing Cyberpunk, Street Fighter, Mario Kart, all that good stuff. The weight is a little, like, it's got some weight to it as well, which is nice. It doesn't feel completely light versus something like this, which is quite light. I mean, this is a wired 8-bit Do controller. Very good controller, but this actually has some weight to it that feels good. Overall, and we'll get to some gameplay in a minute, overall, the actual finish, the quality of it, very good controller. It is on a pricier side. It's £75, this controller. But out the gate, it does feel very good, and I will say that this might... Right now, I think this is the best controller. Just to play with this thing feels like the best controller. So what I'm going to do I'm going to boot up probably some Mario Kart. I'm going to show off the controller in action, mess around with it so you guys can see that. So let's flip over to that. Alrighty, so Mario Kart World, probably a really good example to show off this controller. First thing I do want to show off is how easy it is to use the GL and GR button. So if you hold down the home button, you'll see that on the right hand side here, you can set these buttons. So we're going to hit GL, and we're going to set that to ZL. And we're going to hit ZGR, and we're going to head that to ZR. So what that now means is the buttons, when I push the left one, that's the item button. Push the right one, causes them to hop. So let's go and find an item box so I can show you quickly. I'm going to use the back button. Now I'm drifting. No issue there. We'll just break a second. Now we've got items. Ready? I'm going to push the item button. Boom. Off we go. Don't have to worry at all. Just works lovely. And the cool thing is, if you don't want them there, you just... Let's just stop there a sec. We just hold down home again. Go back down to the GL button. Hit it. Hit GL. And we do the same with GR. And now they're turned off. So the fact that you can map them to pretty much any button. I don't know if you can do sticks. Let's find out right now. Let's see if you can... Ah, you can map it to clicking it in. That's cool. Don't think that does anything currently, but yeah. So you can't do sticks. Can you do directional pad? Ooh, you can. So the only things you can't do then are probably the sticks. No. Okay, cool. Awesome feature. The fact that it's built into the controller from off the bat. You don't have to spend on a third-party controller or whatever. Great. Right, so the actual playing of the game. So this is me just moving the character. Feels great to do. Right stick is the camera in this one. And then you have your hop and your item and things like that. Just showing off like this. This just feels so nice to play. So nice to play like this. Like, no issues. I feel like this is the way. Not to say that the new Joy-Con are bad, because they are significantly better than the old Joy-Con, but yeah, like, I don't know why I'd want to ever use those over this. This thing just feels super nice to play. Like, responsive, all that sort of stuff. Look at this. Fantastic. So you kind of get the idea. What I want to do is flip over to a different game and show off, you know, what that's like. Because the oh, there's the rewind function. I forget you can do that with the D-pad a lot of the time. But you can see that this I'm not having any issues. There's no lag, nothing. Like, I'm driving, I'm braking, I'm driving, I'm hopping, I'm using the item button. Like, this game just handles wonderfully. So let's just check out one other game so you guys can see it also running in something else. So you're not just... You can try and take the gameplay rather than my just word for it. Alright, so I'm gonna be showing off Smash Ultimate. You might be thinking, well, that's not a Switch 2 game. No, but this controller does work with it. And the reason I want to show off a fighting game right now is because these games require inputs to be perfect. So look, tap left, tap right, all very good. Now, the reason I'm playing King K. Rool is this is my main, so I know how he should feel. There is no lag. This controller feels awesome. I mean, there might be minuscule inputs because it's wireless. But as you can see, the game's... Like, not only is the game playing well on this system, but this controller feels good. Try and... Let's just reset the positions. Me pushing the A button. Pushing the B button. Jump. So, honestly, and the vibration when I land... There's this little bit of vibration, just enough. So you get a little bit on the way up, and as you're coming down, about to hit the ground, and as he hits, boom, you get that little bit of vibration. Not so much when you hit them, but when you run, you can feel the controller pumping as he's running as well. Like, the vibration in this is so much better than the first one as well. Like, you can just feel the motor going vum 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 as he's running across the screen. It's honestly a phenomenal controller. I do think this controller is very, very good. So let's pop it back to me a second, and I'll give my final thoughts on it and if you should get one. All right. So the Switch 2 Pro controller. I think, personally, this is a must-have if you're going to play long sessions of on the Switch 2. Also, I bought this and I have used it every single day, and I still haven't had to charge it. the battery life on this is about 40 hours. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they do a fantastic job of that. There is obviously the feature of the sound with the headphones. I haven't tried, so I can't speak to that. And game chat I don't use. But as a controller, what it's designed to do for its functionality to be played on games, this is Nintendo's best ever controller, hands down. I love the Wii U gamepad, I love the Switch Pro controller, I love the Wii U Pro controller, I love the Wii Remote. I love a ton of their controllers. This thing feels incredible to use. I do wish it came in white so it'd be a bit easier as you see on the camera, but you can see, like, there's nothing special about it in terms of look, but when you get your hands on this thing, when you get to use it for games, I've been playing Cyberpunk and Street Fighter and Mario Kart and everything else, this thing is awesome. It's really smart. It's got that slight smallness to it, unlike the other one. Like, it just, the GL and GR, the fact that you can map it on the fly per game, by the way, phenomenal piece of kit. If you've got the money, splash out on one. They are absolutely worth it. I 100% recommend this thing, and I have no doubt that the Switch 2 will get other premium controllers. I'd love to see some 8-bit Do stuff that's new that works with it, but they might just keep using the same stuff and whatever else comes out. But right now, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is a must-buy as far as I'm concerned for long sessions for the Switch 2. So hopefully this has been useful to you guys. I hope that if you're umming and ahhing about getting one of these, I will say if you're happy with the Joy-Con, playing them in the grip and on the side of the machine or just separate, you don't need this. But I feel for long sessions, for longer play sessions on a lot of games, this is just a lot more comfortable overall, having those handles here on the controller, so I do recommend it. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today then, guys. Thank you so much for watching as always. If you like the video, then please hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, and you know, more, I have got a bunch of other controller reviews. At some point will probably test them out on Switch 2. Then hit the subscribe button, it massively helps. I'm eternally grateful for anybody who watches this content. But until then, I will see you next video.